All right, y'all. Module number 3. Now, here's what we want to do is we want to build an unshakable confidence while being on the earth. You don't have to feel confident before you sound confident. In fact, you can train yourself to show up with a very specific power, even when you are super nervous. Now, today I'm going to show you exactly how to build an unstoppable on-air presence. Welcome to module number 3 of the Mindset Mastermind podcast. Now, of course, you know who I am. I'm Anthony Porter. And in this session, we're going to level up, man. We're going to make you level up your presence behind the mic. I know, because how you feel internally and how you sound externally are two different muscles. And we're about to grab those dominant weights, and we're going to strengthen up both of those. So the myth of, natural confidence. First and foremost, let's say this. We're about to bust that myth. Great podcasters are not born confident. I'm living proof. Now, when I walked into podcasting, it was a little different for me because I was an artist. I was a MC back in the day when everybody was trying to be rappers. I was an MC. Being an MC, I had to learn I studied some of the great MCs out there like LL Cool J, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Heavy D. That was my era. So when I used to work for Def Jam alongside of my friend, my business partner, we had to build the confidence. We had to become confident through repetition. And you have to do the same thing when you're doing a podcast. You have to build confidence through repetition. See, confidence is a byproduct of consistent action. It's not something that you magically get handed one day. See, the thing of it is, a lot of people don't understand. When you're performing in front of thousands of people, you're looking out into a crowd. When you're behind the mic, you see no one. What your fear is that someone is going to criticize you. And a lot of people feel like they're not ready for that. So again, confidence is a byproduct of having a consistent action. And it's not something that's just magically handed to you. So how do we deal with the confident mind shift? What do we do about that? Here's the key to that. I'm going to tell you straight off. So I want you to understand this, because this is something that you got to really think about. You don't need to eliminate nervousness to show up strong. You just need to act alongside the nervousness. See, the nerves running neck and neck with them and quit running against them. See, so the analogy that I like to use is when you're coaching track, right? Have you ever seen track runners, they run and their hands are like windshield wipers in front of them instead of running beside where the hands is coming up in the motion when they're running? When you're going windshield wiper style, you're fighting against your running style. When you're running side by side, you are cutting the air. That's how your nerves need to align when it becomes you on this microphone for podcasting, or even when you're speaking. There's a lot of people that will not speak because they're so scared. And I get it. You got to think of it like this. Nervous is energy, and confidence is directing that energy with a purpose. So here's this practical tip that I want to give you too. Visualization before you record is one of the best things you can do. See, here's what a lot of people don't do. A lot of people just don't go into the recording without rehearsing it. See, a lot of people turn the camera on, they hook their phone up and they looking into it and they just going. And they scared they're going to make a mistake. They're scared they're going to mess up a word. Until you're trained to do certain things, you're going to make mistakes. But if you visually prepare yourself before you start, so before you even hit record, try 2 quick minute visualization exercises. Like close your eyes. Imagine speaking clearly, calmly, and confidently. Visualize your listeners nodding alongside of what you're saying. They're feeling the voice. They're feeling inspired by what you are presenting to them. See, in your mind, it believes what you constantly show it. You prime it before you perform. All right. So that's one thing you got to do. Another practical tip that I want to give you is this: posture and voice warm up. Now, if you were watching this particular training, you see I'm bouncing around. I'm comfortable. It didn't get this way overnight. It took some time. So you have to understand this. Posture and voice warm up is one of those things that you really need to. You want to make them think that you want to force them to think you are the authority figure. So here's how you do that. You want to sit or you want to stand tall. You want to breathe deep with inside your diaphragm, not shallow from your chest. You want to get down deep inside of that gut. Smile slightly while you're speaking. See, I smirk, but you want to smile slightly while you're speaking. It changes your tone. It really does. Now, if you act confidently, physically, your brain catches up to you mentally. And so one more thing that we need to talk about with these practical tips is permission to be imperfect. So many people out here are trying to be perfect that they are imperfect and they don't realize it. So here's another secret. You don't have to sound perfect to sound powerful. Listeners collect with authenticity, way more than flawless delivery. See, we are taught to try to be perfect in this world. But what you don't understand is this. When you're discussing things with people, if a person feels like y'all connected because they feel like you are talking directly to them, that's authenticity. You're not giving up no fluff. You're not faking the funk. You're not doing none of that. What you are doing is you are showing them that you know how to embrace your ums, your pauses, your imperfections. And then you make things relatable to them and you don't make them feel like they're weak. See, a lot of people want to get on behind the microphone on videos when they teaching and they want to holler, yeah, you know, the cerebellum of the equilibrium. You looking around like, I don't know nothing they talking about. But if you get on there, I'll give you a prime example real quick. If you don't mind, let me give you just a quick prime example. Nikki Saunders. She's a content creator. She works with E.T. Eric Thomas, Inky Johnson, and all of them. Nikki's from New York. She's a New York girl. New York woman. I don't want to call her a girl. She's a New York woman. New York to the core. How she relates, how I learned some things from her dealing with social media was this. She doesn't get on there fake the funk. She gets on her trainings and she's herself. She's, yo, what's up? Hey, what's good, everyone? Welcome back, you know. And then at the end, she's like, now have a good evening. She's like, yo, see y'all in the next training, man. Peace. I can relate to that. I don't need you to stand up there and hit me with the Webster's dictionary. It's not going to happen. I'll tell you another person. And then I'm going to give you these actionable steps that you need to take in order for you to be prepared to do the things that we just discussed. Marquell Russell is another one. Marquell did a training one time and he spoke from the heart and he told him, man, I'm from my older days. I was from the streets. And when he said that, I lit up like, oh my God, like me. I'm an older version of him. Yes. Street life, I was about that. But what you fail to realize is what I learned in the streets, I can also take to the boardroom. I went from broke to boss. So you have to understand if people can relate visually, you showing your authenticity instead of just trying to make sure, good evening. How are you? Oh, speak from the heart, speak from the soul, be yourself. All right. That's authenticity all day, every day. Now, here's what we need to do. Let's get some action tips going. All right. Here's your action mission for module number 3. Record a 2-minute confidence warm-up audio today. Just hit record and talk. If you want to shoot the video, shoot the video. Put your phone, get your selfie stick. All right. Hit record. With inside of that, tell them why you are excited about podcasting, why you hope listeners will feel, and why your voice matters. Please do not overthink this. Please do not. Post your audio clip in the school community. Your first public confidence rep will be done. All right. So next we're going to tackle one of the biggest hidden threats to success, and that's consistency drops when your motivation disappears. In module 4, I'm going to show you how to stay consistent even when life gets messy. I'll see you there.